Good afternoon, badass artists. I'm Mia Luyando. We are here today just kind of on a side road coloring adventure. I've been trying out some Lyra pencils, and we are in, I think this is, Firefly Falls. And I've been working on this little portrait this afternoon. And so far I've been using the Lyra, they're the kid colors. They're the sort of giants. I think they're even called color giants. And they're by Lyra. And I will put the link in the description. But they have some really pretty flesh tones. It's a set of 12. They're made for kids, and they're very very inexpensive. So, but that's not the reason for this video. The reason I grabbed the camera is because they also make these metallics, and I wanted to add some metallic elements into this picture, and we've been talking about doing some metallic tutorials, and we just hadn't done it yet. And I thought, well, you know what, I'm experimenting with this, so let's just let's all go on the journey together, right? Let's see what happens. We're in this together, everybody. So one thing that it's just, you know, I don't know why, but when you're working with metallic pencils, they don't tend to show up well when you photograph them. In person, they look incredible. And as we, move the paper around, we'll be able to see. But this is metallic gold. And, for whatever reason, they don't photograph well. So, I thought, maybe we would have some better luck in the video process. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of going around these little wings and adding some gold touches here and there. And I also want the same kind of golden highlights in her hair. So I'm adding those elements as well. Now, there's not a tutorial on this particular face. We're going to be doing a complexion that's very similar to that in the new book that's coming out, Samhain Station. That'll be out this weekend. So we'll be jumping into some Halloween tutorials and lots of different skin. We've got some goblin skin and trolls and some different witchy vibes and some zombie stuff. We've got lots of different things coming in the next 4 weeks for Halloween. We're also going to do a creepy dolls book, kind of the haunted doll thing, and you'll be learning how to do porcelain and like a ceramic effect, how to make things look flat and kind of like like an ivory or a sculpture sort of effect, and how to do chips and breaks and different things like that in a China doll. So that will be coming along soon here in the next few days. So I've kind of gotten as much as I think I'm going to get with the gold. I'm going to switch over to silver. This is just metallic silver, and the color giants I don't think they have names or numbers on them either. No, they don't. You just kind of have to eyeball them. The metallics aren't so bad, they're not too hard, but I always appreciate a color name. Now this silver is really hard to see, but when we move it around in the light, we'll definitely have some shine. I'm going to pull this down into her hair as well, next to the gold. they also have this pretty rose, kind of rose gold color. And I want to add that. Now this one shows up. You don't get, like I said, you know, it's kind of hard to see that metallic, but it is definitely there. And the color itself is pretty. It's kind of a peachy pink metallic color. I'm really gonna work that into her hair. Now, while I'm thinking about it, and while we're adding this yummy rose gold in, I think most of you guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, that I'm not sponsored. I buy all of these products with my own money. I try them out, share what I find with you guys. But I do have something new called an Amazon Associates link. And now, if you guys follow a link that I have in the description and you buy something that I have listed below, it will come back to me, a tiny little bit of that, and that just kind of goes to help the channel. And I did not even know that Amazon did that. Okay, that's how lame I am. But I was notified that you guys followed my links and had purchased quite a bit of stuff, and that Amazon likes to keep track of stuff like that. And I was like, wow, that's great news. So just so you guys know, that does go back to help the channel. We'll just buy cool new art supplies that maybe I wasn't necessarily gonna get for my everyday stuff. We will most definitely try some paint and markers, and oh, the sky's the limit. We can try different kinds of, well, papers, and we can even explore drawing freehand. If you all would like to learn how to draw eyes from just the bottom up, from blank paper with graphite pencils or colored pencils, or, you know, it can be more than just coloring. We can do anything, and I will teach you. So just let me know if you would like to learn. Okay, I think I have pinked out this little hairdo as much as it's going to hold with this color. And I'm not sure what I want to do with her outfit yet. I'm not sure yet. But on that note, I'm going to leave the Lyras, and I'm going to get this very pretty set of Derwent metallic pencils. This was gifted to me, and they are absolutely beautiful. I have been trying them out. As you can see, I've already been in them. Aren't they gorgeous? I have been so excited. Look at all those pretty colors. And they're all metallic. I know, right? Aren't they the most? So I thought this was the perfect time to break those out in a video. Obviously, I've been, you know, poking around with them. You can see some are already a little shorter than others. But I think I'm going to get pretty chartreuse golden color. Now this one is called yellow, but it does have a bit of green in it. And these are straight metallic. There's no really no messing around with these. Now Derwent is a super soft pencil, in my opinion. It's a very creamy pencil, and it doesn't take a whole lot, and you have all this kind of almost like pencil residue with the metallic. It's called bloom when your pencil kind of has that kind of chalky dust or whatever at the end, or you know, the little crumbs. It's called bloom. I don't know why, but that's what it's called. But it usually is. Some people say it's because pencils are harder and they're crumbly or whatever. I don't necessarily think that. I think that the more pigment sometimes. I think it's a pigment thing. I think it's about how, you know, I don't know. These are incredibly soft pencils, and I get bloom from them. Just like Prismas are soft, and I get bloom from them. But there are other oil-based pencils that are super hard, and they get crumbly too. So I don't think it necessarily has to do with the hardness or the softness of the pencil. I think it has to do with how much pigment is actually loaded into, you know, the oil. Because all pencils are oil or wax, but they all have both in them. Some have more oil and some have more wax, and that's why they're kind of this way or that way. But, you know, what do you think? How are we doing here? I know it doesn't look shimmery, but her hair is absolutely in person you can definitely see this metallic, and it is really pretty, guys. But getting back to, you know, the bloom, you really don't have to give this pencil a lot of pressure. And you'll see that pigment just pile right up for you. They're super soft. They're almost a squishy pencil. That's the first word that kind of comes to my mind, is squishy. They're very spongy almost. It's hard to describe. This one is kind of a hot pink. It's just called pink, number 17. I'm having a hard time. It doesn't want to focus. Oh well, you can see the color. It's kind of like a hot bubblegum pink or something. And I'm gonna continue to work that into her hair. But you guys definitely let me know if drawing faces and little fairies and things from zero, from the ground up, is something you're interested in, not just coloring them. We could definitely work on some things like that. Yeah, just let me know. Okay, I'm gonna look for a lighter pink. And this set is, I mean, it's gorgeous. There's just lots of color choices. This one's called Red, but it's this really kind of shell pink color. It's very pretty. Let's see what it looks like when we add it to the page. It's definitely got a little bit of red in it though. It's metallic and it is so pretty. Now I'm also going to put a little bit of this in her wing over here, this pretty red color. I'm just going to kind of randomly place it. I'm not putting a lot of thought into it, I'm just kind of adding it here and there. It's so hard, I know. That's why you're like, well, that's why we say random. But it's hard because you're like, well, is this random enough? Is it too random? Is this too close together? And you start second guessing yourself. I know. I do the exact same thing. But being random, I mean, even if it's reaching over and choosing 3 colors out of a box of colors, you know, just sticking to what, you know, you're like, oh no, I didn't really want those 3. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you just kind of have to trust it, and that's kind of how you learn. There's nothing, if you're looking, if you've thrown a bunch of tiles on the floor, they're going to land randomly. Sometimes the same color is going to land next to each other, you know, way more often than you would think, but it's still random, and that's what makes a random pattern beautiful, is the fact that it hasn't been thought out. So, you know, just kind of trust the process and don't overthink it, because everything iridescent is just kind of shimmer, and there's no rhyme or reason to the reflection. It just shimmers because it does. It shimmers for the the sake of shimmering. I guess so. You know, just keep it random, and you'll be super happy. Now I'm gonna go over here to this silver rose color. It's kind of a pale lavender, but it does have this touch of purple in it. These are really, really pretty, and I'm so disappointed that this isn't showing it to its fullest, but you know, we're artists, we know the struggle is real. It happens. You guys are still getting the gist of how to lay these colors out, and that's what's most important. I'm not gonna put that color in her hair. I'll get onto something and Okay, now I'm going to switch over to a kind of a minty, this one's called Turquoise. I'm going to work that into her wing as well. And just randomly go in. And you can really see how it's starting to, yeah, I'm so disappointed. It's just not showing up the way I wanted it to. Oh well, hopefully you guys can, you know, at least see the color changes and how subtle they are. And that metallic pop to it is really, really amazing. And I know a lot of you have metallic pencils, and it doesn't matter what brand you have. All metallic pencils are going to give you, you know, these beautiful shimmery kind of, you know, it doesn't matter if you've got Crayola or Caran d'Ache, it doesn't matter. You can get beautiful, beautiful results with any brand. I am a firm believer in that. I'm going to go back to that yellow color. Now a bit more in here. And mostly yellow to this little one down here at the bottom, because it has the most glow from her little lightning bug back. This one's called Bronze. That'll work. Where is it? Bronze. And I'm not kind of trying to go crazy with the orange, but I am going to add a little bit. And that leaves blue. Wherever you think needs to be filled in or touched up. That's actually where I add my final color. Now we've done iridescent wing tutorials, and when we're using just regular pencils, I lay them down in a specific order, and that's a different video, and you guys can go back and watch that. But when I'm working with metallics, I kind of work each color in a little at a time, and I do it randomly And then I kind of go back and fill in the spots where I feel like this color needs to go and that color needs to go. So I do a little differently with metallics than I do with regular pencils. Now I'm leaving her hair because I want to keep that mainly pink and red and gold. And I'm going to go back to this red color. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I got the wrong one. Let's see. Actually, no, that might be okay. No, we'll go back to the red color. I want to just kind of deepen this just a little bit more. And then before we get into, you know, more of the background and stuff, and her necklace, go ahead and cut the video for the day. We've actually gotten quite a bit done with these metallics, and we've used two different brands. We used the Lyra and the Derwent. So I think I'll go ahead and end the video there today. I'm still trying to move it around so that you guys can see these beautiful metallic effects, but I'm just not, it's just not cooperating. There we go. That's kind of getting it, but yeah, she's definitely very shimmery, and I'm very happy with her. I hope this was helpful, guys. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. It's usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This week I'm going to try and get a couple extra videos your way since I was away last week with the hurricane and all of that crazy stuff. But yeah, you guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you next time.